Welcome to my channel, you guys. My name is Gabrielle, but you can call me the Moon Minister as well. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Pisces new moon. That's going to be at 28 degrees, you guys. Well, before we even get into that, let me come on here and let you guys know. I know that I've kind of missed my mark in posting on every Sunday. I'm going to go back with my busy schedule. I just had an eclipse in my 7th house of others, as well as relationship, and it's just been crazy. I'll probably talk to you guys more about that the more I gain, followers and whatnot and subscribers. But it's definitely changed the way I deal with others, and really my time and managing my time well. And I'm definitely gonna be doing the moon as the Moon Minister. Which will be like bi-weekly videos, and then I'll also be putting out content as well, information about certain transits that are coming up as well. So just so that it makes it more easier up on me and what I'm putting out, so that I can be able to keep up with my daily life, my children and my family and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's that. Now let's get into the new moon that's coming up. So depending on where you are in the world, it'll be on March 18th or March 19th. And this will be a new moon in Pisces at 28 degrees. Now, new moons are a time of its darkest, Some people hex during a new moon. Some people just practice magic or practice craft or working with elements of the earth. Or some people, during a new moon, they start new things. They manifest new things. They begin new things in their life naturally during this time. And new moons are a time for, either to see something sprout or watch or drop in the seedling. So that is what that time frame is for. And this new moon is at 28 degrees. The 28th degree is a Cancer degree. It's the last degree in Cancer, so it's a matriarchal degree. It's a degree of motherhood, of land, of grandmothers, and elders that are mothers, that are wise. It is a degree of home and family and lineage and ancestry, as well as ancestors, because it has that aged feel to it. So with it being in Pisces, which is already, a water sign, these two just have a super flow of emotions. It's definitely going to be an emotional time, a time of like cleanse, a time of sacredness, a time of like rain. We could definitely be seeing this in our collectives, like some type of thing that happens, situation, catastrophic situation where it comes to like rains or floods. Whew, and I'm back in storage issues, but Mercury retrograde right now. So as I was saying before, things that we get from our lineage, blessings could be unfolding, miracles could be unfolding. People could be having depression or releasing themselves from depression, as well as isolation, hospitals, jails, prisons, talks about celebrities, cinema, movies that are coming out, things that we see behind the screen, international news, especially when it comes to like countries that are separated by bodies of water. Those type of things will be, especially we're already talking about those type of things when it comes to what's going on in the U.S. right now. But there's a lot more conversations about these type of things, especially being, I don't know if I can say it, WAR, on the water and those type of things. Topics are definitely going to come up, especially when it comes to like land and compassion about going over and helping out and those type of things. A time where we are going to see themes of like spirituality and religion and faith and there might be like a little war on that type of going on. There already kind of is. People are chatting back and forth about, you know, what they feel is right and trying to explain that it doesn't matter, we're all one, and that type of thing. It's definitely going to be playing out in the collective. Some people could be having like near-death experiences during this time, or connecting with the afterlife, meditating more, or news about meditation, feeling more sensitive during this time, or far away from like family members, or wanting to get far away from family members, feeling psychic and having visions, very vivid in your imagination and what you're able to come up with. The subconscious mind is ruled by Pisces. Some people will be sleeping during this time, sleeping well, better than they've ever slept, and some people won't be able to sleep during this time. This is definitely a time where, like I've spoken before, people connecting with like spirit team during their dreams or through meditation. It's also be a time where like people could be having issues when it comes to the feet. Pisces rules the feet. People could also be feeling better when it comes to their feet as well, or access a remedy from their ancestral line that helps out with their feet if they have foot pain. A time where, and there's also gonna be a highlight on like maybe foot fetishes as well, fantasies around feet and that type of thing. This is a time where people could be getting healed, going or needing healing during this time. Victim mentality, whether people are succumb to it or are rising out of it, wanting to be vulnerable and taking care of the vulnerable as well. Topics about taking care of the vulnerable, having no boundaries or setting more boundaries during this time. Karmic experiences as well. That play out, especially something that was meant that you were meant to experience during this lifetime. That type of thing could be playing out during this time. And we also can have like a focus on our elders and things that are vintage, that are old school as well. This new moon brings a new era of Neptune in Aries. Neptune is Pisces' modern day ruler. Pisces' ancient ruler is Jupiter. I like to go off the modern ruler since we live in a modern world. I feel like both, you know, have an effect on the sign, but from what I like to go off of, it's the modern ruler. We live in the modern world. So Neptune is in Aries at 1 degree, conjunct this new moon along with Saturn at Aries at 3 degrees. This is a new era of spiritual wars about religions as well. An era of passion, of fight, battles, motivation, independence, especially when it comes to like your what you believe in, your illusions or fantasies, or the world that you're trying to manifest, those type of things. This new moon will also make a sextile to the planet Uranus in Taurus at 28 degrees. Uranus is a planet of shock, of awe. It is a planet of unexpectedness, a planet of you just can't believe it. Sometimes you can't predict it. And it is making a sextile, which is a favorable position aspect to this new moon during this time. So a lot of unbelievable manifestations, themes around liberation, themes around reaching our goals, achievements, friends, allies, networking, seeing the bigger picture, and aligning us with our desired future, the things that we want to manifest for the future. This new moon will also be making a sextile on the other end to Aquarius at 4 degrees, bringing in, you know, transformation, liberation, change, the power to the people or to groups, shock and discovery. And both sextiles to this new moon will be forming a mini trine, which is the energy of flow and support from the cosmos. So this is definitely a time, especially with Neptune being in Aries, to usher in a new world for us spiritual beings. So yeah, we came to live through this, and it's coming. It's just like the baby beginning of it, the new sprout. The Sabian symbol for Pisces at 28 degrees, which is rounded up to 29, when it comes to Sabian symbol, is light breaking into many colors as it passes through a prism. So you have the light shining at the prism, and then it's refracting all these beautiful colors. And what that means is, you know, Source, God itself, living out life through all of us, you know, having experiences through all of us, being able to see things from a different perspectives, and different people's perspectives shining a light as well that unifies or brings up, you know, a world where we are, you know, we are all different, but at the same time, in our core, we're the same. Sorry, I don't know what's going on in my throat right now. A time of like revelation and light, truth coming to the light, being able to see things more clear, seeing many truths to one situation, a revelation that changes how you see or perceive the world or perceive reality, or the ability to translate higher wisdom into your practical everyday to day life. So this, no doubt, you know, is the cleanse before the new beginning, you guys. So now that we've gone over this new moon, let's get into who is most affected by it. And obviously that's going to be the Pisces, Virgos, which are experiencing opposition. It's more challenging. And then the Geminis and Sagittarius. So you guys are going to be experiencing a square. So that is, you know, challenge, but it's not as challenging as opposition. So, you know, squares can bring up the opportunity to rise through a challenge as well. And especially if you have Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius, or Virgo between 24 or 29 degrees, any placements like Saturn, Sun, Moon, rising, yeah, you're definitely going to be experiencing that even more. If you're a Pisces between 24 to 29 degree rising, this, whatever placement you have it in, this new moon is definitely about you. Something's going to play out in your first house for you to rise, for you to become cleansed, become new, have new found of clarity. If you have any placements at all at 28 degrees, like for myself, I have my Pluto at Scorpio, 28 degrees. So I'm going to be feeling something when it comes to transformation, especially since Pluto, where it's at currently, is making a sextile to this new moon. So if you have anything at the 28th degree, you will be, you know, that placement will definitely be affected by this new moon. The people who are favored during this time are going to be the Cancers and Scorpios, especially at 24 to 29 degrees. You guys are going to experience a trine from this new moon. So you guys are definitely going to have more of an ease flow. So for myself, like I mentioned, I have my Pluto at Scorpio, 28 degrees. So a ease to transformation, especially since I am an Aquarius rising, but I'm an Aquarius rising at the 29th degree. So I'm experiencing this in my first house, which is where Pisces is for me. And just a more ease for me to transform, to release, to let go. So that's definitely playing out for me as an example for you guys. And then the other favored ones are going to be the Aquarius and our Tauruses, especially between 24 to 29 degrees, which I already told you I'm an Aquarius at 29 degrees. So those people are favored because this new moon is making a sextile to those placements. So that's more support, more ease for me as far as to transform. But I'm just giving an example so that you guys can, you know, kind of grasp how that works when a new moon transit is aspecting a placement in your chart. So before I get into the horoscopes, I want to either remind or inform you guys that I am a Western woman. So naturally, I am a Western tropical astrologer. That is what I share, what I study with you guys. So that is what my horoscopes are based off of. And I recommend listening out for your rising, your sun, and your moon. You could just listen out for your rising and your moon since it's a moon transit. But I recommend listening out for your rising, which is who your soul's ascension is. It's what you are going to be, moving throughout the houses. That's the one you're going to, especially your horoscope is going to relate to. Your sun sign is your purpose. It's who you are to the world. It is, how people first perceive you, your father. So it is definitely important to listen out for. And then your excuse me, especially since the sun and the moon will be conjuncting each other during this transit, and then your moon sign as well, because it's a moon transit overall. So I recommend listening out for all of those 3 signs. And with that being said, let's get into your guys' horoscopes. Starting with Aries. Aries, you're going to be experiencing this new moon in your 12th house. So this is a time frame where you could be feeling sacred or having sacred experiences or going to sacred places. You could be having weird things play out in your dreams, or more like prophetic type of dreams, spiritual dreams, dreams from your ancestors. This is a time where you could just be having spiritual experiences overall. You don't even have to be sleepy. You could just be having them in your daily life. So maybe you walk down the street and you see a penny, and pennies for you represent your great-grandfather. Those type of things. Or some people will actually have ghost-like experiences. Some people will be indulging in like vintage things from old school, things from their past, things from their subconscious mind or subconscious patterns, either releasing them or just being aware of them. A time where like you could be having a highlight on spirituality or religion, which, spirituality is believing in a source, a higher power within your own type of way. Religion is, believing in source, but in a structured, in a way where you are following someone else's path. So like people who are Christian follow Jesus' path. People who are, I don't really pay attention to a lot of them. I believe people who are Buddhist follows Buddha path, where if you are spiritual, you follow your own type of path, your own type of rituals, your own type of thing, and how you connect with source. So just a highlight on that type of theme during this time. More sensitive. You could definitely be feeling more sensitive, or having situations around you in your life that make you feel sensitive, that make you cry, that make you more emotional, and make you want to end things. You could definitely be having endings in your life, and that's why you're feeling so emotional. A time where like you could be cleansing yourself, cleaning in your home, or just cleaning overall, cleaning yourself up, your image up. You could be feeling more blessed during this time. Some people are going to be experiencing like jail time, themes around jail, or themes around hospitals, themes around healing during this time, themes around their feet, isolation, retreats. Retreat would be awesome. Retreats, and overall being to yourself, silent, meditating. If you get any chance to be to yourself, it'll definitely be productive for you. You could have blessings or new ideas or new manifestations arise from that. This is definitely a time where like some people could be ending relationships, and then they'll be by themselves. This time could also be where if you're in a relationship and it's on the opposite scale, where you guys are ending some type of pattern that you do within your relationship, whether you aren't aware of it, or you could be releasing those type of things in your relationship, as well as with money as well. Maybe you always, you don't check your bank account because you're afraid of, how much damage you did to it, and you're, releasing that, releasing fear around money, around what money type of money you want to make. Or you could be making money isolated all on your own as well, and this is beneficial for you. This is the new beginning in that era. So overall, Aries, this new moon is here to bring you endings as well as blessings. Happy new moon, you guys. Taurus, you're going to be experiencing this new moon in your 11th house. So you could be having rewards, reaching goals, or setting up new goals, long-term goals, short goals, whatever type of goals. You could be meeting new friends, networking with new people as well when it comes to whatever you want to do, whatever you have dreams for. Themes around science, around discovery, indulging in things that are alternative, like alternative spirituality, your own type of spiritual faith during this time, alternative style or alternative, ways of doing things that are not the normal. You could be having shocks, new information come to you, themes around groups, joining new groups or creating new groups, whether it's in your community or online. And forming, close bonds with people who are in those communities. You could be going to events. You could be invited to events as well. If you get invited to an event, I would recommend going. Or if you see one and you're like, oh, you should definitely go. This would definitely could feel magical. Some new beginning starts from this event. Maybe you network with the right type of people. You meet the right type of people in your life. You could be meeting, if you're single, you could be meeting a new person that you are dating that is, a blessing to your life at an event, or you and your partner could be going to a new event and this event changes you guys in a way. Events could also help you in business, as far as like networking with people, or events at your job that you work with could be also helping your future. Maybe you meet someone and they're able to put in a word for you and this gets you a higher position type of thing that is playing out. Or if you had goals within the company that you're working for, you could be reaching those type of things. The 11th house rules like your hopes and your wishes, the things that you've been actively dreaming of or manifesting, trying to pull into your life. So this could be a time where you see more hope for the future, using technology more or having things play around where there's endings in technology, like a cell phone or, whatever is technology, a watch or for you. So those type of things could definitely be playing out for you, as well as the things that you want to create into your world or that you're imagining. Overall, Taurus, this new moon is here for you to not only achieve new goals, but set them as well and set you up for a better future. So happy new moon, you guys. Geminis, you're going to be experiencing this Pisces new moon in your 10th house. So this could be a time where you are feeling successful. You have something successful play out. A time where you could be minding your own business, or you could be minding others' businesses as well. So, you want to watch out for that type of energy. You could be having new announcements or hearing announcements from others that changes your life. A time where you could be out in the public, seeing others out in the public, a public view, eye on yourself, like maybe something about you is getting out there to others. Now, if you have your own business, it's a good thing. Your business could be getting out there to others and people are, wanting to view that. But if you have, things that you don't want to get out, those type of things could be coming to the public. Now, that's not all Geminis. This could also be about someone else in your life, their business getting out to the public, and it affects you in some type of way. This is also a time where some Geminis are going to be feeling restricted, and some Geminis are going to be giving the restrictions to others, setting up new rules, new boundaries during this time, or releasing certain boundaries. A time of structure, restructuring your life, building things. So whether you're building a shelf or you're building something mentally, you could definitely be building up on something during this time. A time where you could be having experiences around bosses. Maybe a boss leaves, maybe you become the boss, the more of the authoritative figure. New things in your life, building new things in your life. A time where you could be having new things that play out around your father or father figures. If you are the father figure, you could be having something new play out in your life as well. Some type of blessing. A father figure could bless you during this time, or your father figure could be receiving a blessing. Or endings as well. So it all, it all depends on, what we all came to experience. You could be feeling provided for or protected as well during this time. Overall, Geminis, this new moon is here to provide you with the things that you need to build a better future. So happy new moon, you guys. Cancers, you're going to be experiencing this new moon in your 9th house. So this is a time that is focused on faith. You could be switching from religion to spirituality or spirituality to religion, as I mentioned before. Religion is when you believe in a higher power, God, but you follow someone else's path, like Christianity, you follow Jesus's path, or Buddhism, you follow Buddha's path. So, and then spirituality is where you follow your own path to source. You may believe in a higher power or whatever that is, and you're following your own type of path. You're not following, you're just leading through. You're doing your own type of thing. So you could be switching back and forth, to one. I'm the type of spiritual minister. I preach negativity about neither. I think, we all come here to do our own thing. If you came here to have a more structured life, you might opt in for religion because it creates that structure. But if you're an Aquarius rising like me, which I also am a Cancer sun, so that's why, but you might want to opt towards spirituality and form your own path to source, to God. And this is a time where you're definitely thinking about these type of things more. You're thinking about your philosophy on life. Others are in tune into your philosophy on life. You could be posting more online. People are seeing you more behind the screen. You could be traveling during this time, or others could be traveling to you, learning, or others are learning from you. Experiencing different cultures during this time, or others are experiencing your culture. Foreign experiences as well, like you could be at work or out in your daily life and experience something that is foreign, or have a conversation with a foreigner, someone who is foreign. You could definitely be meeting new people in a relationship with someone who is either a different race, a different philosophy, a different faith, someone who is wise, someone who is spiritual, or connecting with spiritual gurus during this time. Or your own existing partner could be having changes in these type of things where they're changing up their philosophy or their faith. That type of thing could be playing out. Some people will be getting married or going to weddings during this time, being judged. Interracial experience, whether you're seeing that online or having that in your daily life. Expanding upon things that you love to do, or just expanding more in your life, as far as gaining weight, or expanding in business, becoming more bigger in life, or having a bigger attitude, a bigger feel. My son was scooting the chair. That's what he's trying to get himself a snack right now. You guys could be having growth in your family. Those around you, I know I am. I'm a Cancer sun, and my own son is definitely starting to do things. He's one, turning 2, and he's starting to do so much more for himself. As far as wanting to go to the potty on his own, and as you can see, dragging the chair into the kitchen to grab his own snack. So, more as far as he would just come to me and be he already came and gave me a hug, but come to me to get a snack, he's going to go get it himself. So expanding in these type of way. And now he heard me talking about him. And now you're able to do more because of this expansion. Overall, Cancers, this new moon is here to help you believe in yourself so you can expand more. Happy new moon, Cancers. Leos, you're going to be experiencing this new moon in your 8th house. So this could be a time where you are completely transformed. New things happen in your life, new endings, death, releases that transform you in some type of way. Now, some people may pass away, or may be the death of something. So the end of you going back to this person, going to an ex, the end of you, thinking about an ex, or something that was in the past in your life. Exes could be trying to come back especially with the retrograde going on, could be trying to contact you, call you, and you're like, no. And this is the time to have like endings. Someone that you've been on and off with, splitting up with, someone who's traumatized you, releasing those things, or releasing trauma that you may have stored in the body or in the womb. Or in the gut area, you want to release those things during this time. Cleanse. Maybe you're doing a natural cleanse and it allows you to release those things. This could be a time where like you have a deep connection with someone, dive deep on the other end, meeting someone that is like profoundly like someone that you connect with on a deeper level. Like you are doing situations of taxes, maybe you filed your taxes or you just received your taxes, sudden gains and sudden losses for you guys during this time. You could be having a lot of more sex during this time, or maybe it's been a while since you've had sex and now you're having it. And this could also be a time where like you are practicing abstinence, where you're not having sex at all during this time, to cleanse, to release things, or to have a newfound of clarity. This would be a time when you are diving into the occult, like maybe you're listening to more astrologers or whatever occult measures like tarot and things that are just like alternative when it comes to spirituality and that type of faith. You could definitely be doing like more occult like things, rituals, practicing witchcraft or magic, or paying someone to do that type of thing for you. Some people will definitely be paying for that type of thing. Some people paying for hexes and whatnot. I don't recommend doing that because, you can mess up your own destiny trying to mess with somebody else's destiny and intertwine y'all two in another lifetime where you have to release those things. So I don't recommend doing those type of things, but it may be well deserved. If something that's well deserved and it's balanced, it'll balance things out. It may be, the thing that you have to do, hexing, during this time. Definitely high talks of releasing others. Themes around debt, either accumulating debt or releasing debt. Others' resources, like lucrative income, allowances. People who like sell their body it's very 8th house, when it comes to, especially when it comes like your womb, your sexual that area, that 8th house rules that type of area. So those type of people are seen, even like sugar babies, or y'all know what that is, sugar daddies, those type of people that you get money from without like low effort, that type of thing. Or maybe you're in a relationship and that person gives you money, or like a mom that gives you money, those type of things, or 8th house. So those could be ending or new beginnings or blessings around those areas. Whether it's like a one-time thing or it's a recurring thing. This could definitely be a time where like you are meditating and it could be a traumatic experience, or you are meditating and it releases traumatic experiences. Having time to stay still, to be isolated, to be on your own, maybe go on a walk and you're on your own, and it gives you that opportunity to think and release things that have been traumatic in your life so that you can move on and move forward and have a better future. Overall, Leos, this new moon is here to literally transform you from the inside out. So happy new moon, you guys. Virgos, you're going to be experiencing this new moon in your 7th house. So some of you Virgos are going to have breakups in your relationships, and some of you guys are going to form new relationships with people. New loves, existing relationship, and it's not heading towards a breakup. And then this could be a time where you experience something new in your guys' relationship. New blessings, new miracles, endings around like subconscious patterns that you guys have always like fallen into. So say if you guys like were poor together, now you guys come up, become rich, more successful with each other. Maybe you guys signed a life contract to go through a period of poverty so that y'all can prove to each other that y'all love is real, and now y'all able to, now that y'all released or completed that spiritual cycle. Now it's time for y'all to live in an era of abundance together. Now that y'all prove y'all can handle it together, handle anything really together. This could be a time where like you could be connecting with others, connecting more. And that doesn't even have to be what I spoke before when it comes to like, you know, the whole poverty thing and subconscious patterns. That doesn't necessarily have to be someone that you're in like a marriage to or a committed relationship. It could also be your child. Like you and your child were going through poverty and, you know, proving that you can be more calm and compassionate and still be empathetic with a lack of resources. And now that you've gone through that cycle, it's time to have more. This could also be, you guys could also be experiencing new connections with other new friends, especially that are female. Releasing these type of things as well, releasing these people. The 7th house is the house of others, so this could be a time where like others could be, you know, have endings around others, friends, any type of people, or new miracles, blessings. Maybe someone else in your life is blessed and that affects you in some type of way, or you're so happy for them, or you feel the compassion and you're emotional for those type of people. This could definitely be a time where like you are having people who are oppositions who may not like you, are coming at you during this time, or you're having some type of battle, something play out between you versus another person. And this is like a sacred battle or a battle that was meant to play out in your life experience, and it may feel like one of the biggest battles of your life during this time, but it's time to like release it. This could also be a time where you are experiencing more luxury items. You could be buying them, or others could be buying luxury items for you. A time of like style and wanting to dress, you know, more feminine, or, you know, wanting to just dress more nicely. You know, focused on your style. A time of like contracts, ending contracts, or drawing up new contracts. A time of like legal things, balance, business partners, things that are like one-on-one, having one-on-one conversations. You could be ending things with business partners or starting new things, having more balance within your life as well is definitely a huge thing. And contracts could be, you know, things that you draw up or things that you say, you know, just things that you want to commit to during this time. Overall, Virgos, this Pisces new moon, you guys are experiencing opposition, especially if you have Virgo placements between 24 to 29 degrees. So this could definitely be a challenging time for you guys who have those later degrees, who may experiencing releasing someone, you know, that they are connected to. But this new moon overall is here to bring you balance and fairness into your life. Happy new moon, you guys. Libras, you're going to be experiencing this new moon in your 6th house of work. So this could be a time where you are getting back to work, or, you know, you have endings in your job. You have miracles or blessings that around job. Maybe you get a promotion at your job, or some type of promotion or miracle that plays out in your daily life, or people who are in your daily life. Whether it's endings with those type of people or new beginnings with them, more compassion, more love. People in your daily life are having more compassion, more love for you, more empathy, emotions that arise when it comes to people who are in your daily life as well. This could definitely be a time where like themes around co-workers, endings with co-workers, sacred duty and as well belongs to this. Feeling like, you know, maybe when you were a soul, one of the things that you came to this lifetime to do was be more empathetic, be more loving to people. And you've had this hard heart because you've been in survival mode for way too long. And now you're able to access your heart, and you're able to, you know, fulfill what the things that you came here to do, which is be more kind, have more empathy. Now that you healed yourself, healed your heart, those type of things could be like playing out for you. guys. So this could definitely be a time where like you are changing up your routine, the things that you do. Maybe you're practicing more self-care, more love, seeing things differently in order, you know, on a daily basis, in order for you to become the person that you want to become. The sixth house rules themes of like work and slavery too. It does rule that type of energy, serving others, sacrifices. Maybe it's the end of you making so many sacrifices, or the end of you sacrificing others, sacrificing or sabotaging things in your life because maybe you don't feel you're good enough for them or whatnot. You're done doing that. You're ready to see yourself. You're ready to heal mentally so that you could have a better life for those around you in your daily life. The sixth house rules your daily life. So those type of people are definitely going to be highlighted during this time. You could be having new forms of responsibility during this time. Working out, exercising as well, trying to do good by your body and your health, not just your mental health, but also your physical health. Just trying to be more healthier, quitting smoking, or you know, whatever is necessary for you to have a better health. You are just focused on those things and implementing them in your daily life, your routine. Changes in your schedule and how you do things, or how your people around you who are in your daily life, changes in their schedules. You could be getting a new pet during this time, or you could be losing a pet as well during this time. This could be a time where like you are performing or practicing rituals. Others around you could be practicing rituals and you get incorporated, or like more stable in your daily life. There could be changes in your routine, like maybe if you're driving something, a route that you normally take, and there's construction, now there's a change in that. There's the end, or you can't take that route anymore. And that could also come up where like, whether it's in life, you no longer can take that certain routes anymore. Now you have to do a whole new path. That type of thing could be playing out for you. You could be having new things play out for like, if you're in an existing relationship, you could be having new spark, new miracles, blessings that play out in your relationships. Or you could be meeting new people, whether it's at work, whether it's, you know, doing something, volunteering for others. You meet someone new within a relationship. You could be getting a bonus at work, or having, you know, blessed things that feel blessed around your job, around the money that you make coming in. Overall, Libras, this new moon is here to bring you more responsibility so that you can fulfill your sacred duty. Happy new moon, you guys. Scorpios, you guys are going to be experiencing this new moon in the 5th house. I love that for you guys. I'm a Scorpio moon conjunct my North Node. So my Pluto is in Scorpio, so I know all about that Scorpio life, okay? I have a lot of Scorpios around me, as well as a lot of women in my family who have Scorpio moons too. So I'm deep with the Scorpios, and I love the 5th house for you guys. I have my son in the 5th house, so I love the 5th house naturally, of course. The 5th house is a house of joy, of fun, of childlike, you know, experiences and innocence, especially innocence in the 5th house. Like maybe you are experiencing something completely new again, and that's where this sense of innocence come from. More things that are fun. Going to comedy clubs, meeting entertainers, or becoming an entertainer, being entertained by things around you, flirting more, especially if you're single, you're flirting more, or if you're in a relationship, you're flirting, and you know, with your partner, things feel new, like a new spark has arise for you guys. Feeling more creative and doing more creative things, doing creative projects and entrepreneurship endeavors as well. Or you could just be painting or creating music, or anything that makes you feel more inspired, more childlike, more joy. Maybe as a child you used to paint, and now you're getting back to those type of themes and incorporating that in your life. So, or reincorporating it back into your life. Those type of things could be playing out. You could be having new romantic partners, or just going on a date, on more dates with your existing partner. Some people could be having endings in those type of situations. So like you're ending something with a romantic partner, or you're ending an old cycle with a romantic partner. You're still staying together, but you guys are ending a cycle together. This could definitely be a time where like risks that you may have taken at work or with your job are paying off, and now people are seeing your value more. You're having more blessings around that, or endings within that. This could be a time where you are focused on your hobbies, doing more things around your hobbies, and that creates, new forms of income for you. This could be a time where you are gambling, and some Scorpios are going to win at competitions that they're in, or playing the lottery. It's important to know your chart. The more aspects and placements and that you have that are favorable for lottery winners, the more you could win something big. It's important to know your chart. Seek with an astrologer and ask those type of questions to say, hey, if you've had an inkling, you had a dream, especially if you had like a prophetic dream or a spiritual dream that you were going to win something, you should definitely be going at it. This is a time for competition, for risk, for fire, for lighting a fire underneath yourself. The 5th house is ruled by fire energy, so you may be feeling just more on the go, more joy, more quick things that are playing out. The 5th house also rules things of like the people that you create with. So someone who is like a baby mama or a baby daddy is someone that you created with. So you could be having endings around these people, ending relationships, or just ending type of subconscious patterns. Maybe you and that person have always argued every time y'all drop off y'all kids, and now y'all don't do that anymore because y'all want to do something that's better for the kids. That type of thing could be playing out for you guys. Or maybe you are competing with that person and you're realizing, I don't need to compete with that person. The only person I need to compete with is myself. And you're not, competing as far as life, like whose life is better for the kid. You're just doing what's best for the kid. The 5th house rules fertility in children. So you could be more focused on your children, or new blessings arise in your children's lives, or things that play out in your children's lives affect your life. Or you could be finding out that you are pregnant during this time, or someone around you is pregnant during this time. This is very fertile energy. The 5th house, so you definitely are in the realm of creating things. What you create is on you, so be mindful of that. Overall, Scorpios, this new moon is here to bring you new creativity and joy in this lifetime. Happy new moon, you guys. Sagittarius, you're going to be experiencing this new moon in your 4th house. So this is definitely a time where like you could be experiencing new things in your family, especially with like mothers and mother figures. If you are a mother figure, you could be having something new play out in your life, new with your grandmother, just overall your family and your home. You could be moving into a new place, or going to be moving into a new place within the next 6 months. Your mom could be receiving a blessing or ending, or like I said, if you are the mom figure, you could, be receiving blessings and endings within your life. People who are like that, who fit that mom figure, could be having new blessings or endings within their lives, illusions around things that they've said, or addictions as well. As well as blessings, it just all depends. A new foundation is being built. So like maybe your mom, she had an epiphany or something during this time, and she's like, I'm going to give you my house, as a generational wealth thing. That definitely happens. I know my mom gave, my sister her house. She really had it up for whoever wanted it. Me and my siblings were kind of like a friendly competition for it, and I just dropped out because I was like, this might be a little bit too much for me. And my sister ended up, getting the home. So that type of thing could be playing out definitely, where like you receive a home, you receive something that's in your family, your lineage, and it doesn't have to be a physical thing. It could be something mentally, like strength that runs within your family, the ability to love, to care, to nurture, to host, to be a good mother. Those type of things that could be running in your family are now shining a light through you. This could be a time where like are feeling more nurtured, or you are nurturing others. You could be in the nesting phase if you are pregnant during this time, or just feeling like you're nesting, feeling like you're creating something new within your home, or need to create new space, new sacred space within your home. You could be emotional for yourself, or emotional for people in your family, for things that have played out around them. You could be cutting family members off, or starting something new in your own family, blessings with family members. You could be buying land or thinking about buying land within the next 6 months, and all the benefits that having land could do, or manifesting some land, manifesting a safe and sacred place for you and your family. More intuitive and focus on your intuition during this time. Maybe something in your gut, you had a gut feeling not to do something and you didn't do it, and now you're blessed because of the thing that you didn't do. This could also be a time where like you could be redecorating your home. You could be making plans to move into a new home. Some people, unfortunately, will be getting evicted. Some people will be getting the money to move into their new desired home, move into a bigger home, or a home that just fits their family more, their forever home type of deal. Liberation and new things in the news when it comes to motherhood. Maybe the kids are getting older, or you have a babysitter or something like that. Themes around water and cleansing. Definitely could be cleansing your home or cleaning up your home around this time, or cleaning up your own space during this time, to create more of like, you know, a place where maybe you have an ancestor altar, or where you are able to connect more with spirit in that space. This is definitely a time of like ancestors, so you could be having ancestral experiences, spiritual experiences that involve like your soul tribe or your ancestors. Those type of themes could be playing out for you guys. Overall, Sagittarius, this new moon is here to benefit not only you, but your legacy. Happy new moon, you guys. Capricorns, you're going to be experiencing this new moon in your 3rd house. This will be a time where you receive news, like shocking news, or just, you know, news through social media, through the mail, the news channel, through having conversations with others. You could be having a good and deep conversation with someone, and it heals you in some type of way. It helps you have more empathy for the person. Conversations that are healing, that liberate you from a certain way of thinking, or definitely a huge time to be thinking, to be, you know, doing courses, things that are, you know, maybe it's a workshop or that type of thing that you do, whether it's on social media or in your local environment with neighborhoods, those type of things. Things can be happening to those type of people as well, like people in your neighborhood, people that you are related to, like uncles, aunts, especially siblings, nieces and nephews, those type of people that you're related to. You could be having new things to play out in their lives, and it affects you, or you are sharing these type of things, new blessings with these type of people within your life. You could be practicing new skills during this time that help benefit you, getting new cars, new apps, things that, you know, belong to the 3rd house, are like cars and social media, making money from social media, or making money within your local environment. You find a new job that's like right around the corner, or maybe it's a bit of a drive away, but it's worth the money. This could definitely be a time where like you could be meeting people through you know, apps and social media as well, new relationships or endings over that type of thing. Maybe get a text saying it's over. Some Capricorns will experience that. Some Capricorns will experience news that feels like such a blessing, such a blessing. Seeing things online and feeling more empathetic towards those type of things. Shopping on the marketplace and where people are at, those type of things, and you find a good deal for something that is going to last for you. You could definitely be reading more and have more benefits from reading, being alone and having time to think could definitely be benefiting you in certain types of ways, could be healing you in certain type of ways, or being with healers, having conversations with healers could be healing you also during this time, bringing you new blessings as well. Healers, it could be bringing you blessings, karmic endings and releases, helping you, you know, align with your soul's mission. Overall, Capricorns, this new moon is here to bring you the news that you need in order to have all the things that you desire or can think of from your imagination in this lifetime. Have a happy new moon, you guys. Aquarius says you're going to be experiencing this new moon in your second house. So this is a time where like you could be having a new form of income. Somebody could be giving you money. You could be walking down the street and receive $1, or, you know, new flow of money coming in, new jobs. Maybe someone that you love gifts you with something or gives you some money. You could be obtaining new material items, shopping more, buying things. You could be saving during this time, reevaluating yourself or others within your life. Like, is this person really true for me? In illusions falling down so that you can see, you know, this person doesn't, you know, value me in the way that I need to be valued, or they don't see my worth. It's a time to reevaluate your worth and the worthiness of others as well. You could be investing in yourself or having blessed things play out from investments that you've made. You could be feeling more beautiful or having more beauty around you within your life. You could definitely be focused on things in the beauty industry, especially if you are already in the beauty industry. You could be receiving more money, more benefits, more blessings or endings as well. You could be more comfortable during this time, or you could be leaving your comfort zone so that you can achieve your dreams, achieve the type of money that you want to make, that you want to earn in this lifetime. The second house is definitely ruled by things that we buy, like material things, and you could be coming into a realization that we live in a material world, and there's nothing wrong with having material things and wanting to acquire these things and having the balance between that, you know, acquiring material things. You could be making payments during this time, paying something off, receiving information that can help you money-wise. If you're in an existing relationship, you know, you could be reevaluating things within that relationship to make it better. Or you could be ending things in that relationship after you've reevaluated things and you're like, this isn't working out for me, this doesn't benefit me. The second house is rules, be it benefits. So if you don't feel benefited in that relationship, you could definitely be relieving it, releasing it, so that you can start benefiting more out of life. Overall, Aquarius, this new moon is here to reevaluate things so that you can benefit more. Happy new moon, you guys. Pisces, you guys are the star of the show. You guys have a new moon, especially if you are a late degree Pisces. This is about you. We're going to talk about you right now. So you should definitely have listened to the beginning of me describing it, because all of that is going to apply to you. You guys are having this new moon in your first house. This is definitely a time about your body. You could be focused on your body, how much you've expanded as far as weight, or just, you know, your body wanting to be more, you know, whatever your desires that you have around your body, whether it's be bigger, smaller, more athletic, you are implementing those themes right now because you will have a focus on your body. You have a focus on yourself, your own life, your own individuality, your appearance. You could be dressing differently, more spiritual, more mystical themes of how you dress and whatnot. This could definitely be a time where like you're feeling more magical. You're having miracles, you're having endings play out, things, especially spiritual experiences play out, angel numbers, or seeing ghosts, or being contacted from an ancestor through meditation, through dream, through seeking a hypnotherapist, and they're able to help you dive deep into your subconscious mind, or listening to those hypnosis, videos, and you being able to really dive deep into your subconscious mind. You can be doing that on your own or with others during this time. This is definitely an emotional time for you guys. You could definitely be releasing relationships, breakups, or you could be having new things play out in your relationship where, like, maybe you and your partner have always done a certain thing and it hasn't helped you, or it helped you until a certain point where you guys felt stuck, and now you guys are releasing that stuck and stagnant energy to form something new, something bigger, something better, or align with your guys' destiny. This could be a time where, like, you could be having new things play out in your career, getting new jobs, making new money, especially spiritual type of money where you do like spiritual things, you do healer things. You see into things and you're able to help others through that. You could be having new endeavors play out in that. Or you could be working for like hospitals, jails, or clinics, any place where like people are healed or isolated on a farm. You know, people are normally isolated on a farm with them and their family. New things play around in your family or your home. Moving to a new home, or just thinking about these type of things within the next 6 months. New things that play out with mother figures, especially if you are a mother figure. Your mom has a new blessing or an ending within their life. You could be ending fantasies that you have that don't serve you, or you could definitely be manifesting during this time. This is a huge time for Pisces to be manifesting something to come into fruition during the Pisces new moon in the next 6 months. This is a huge time to be meditating, to be manifesting, to be doing those rituals if that's what you do. Some people, you know, their whole life is the ritual. You know, some people don't do the witchcraft work. They're just, the life and the way they live and the way they think and the way they move their imagination is their ritual or their magic or whatnot. This could definitely be a time where like you are having more miracles play out for you. You are trusting in your intuition more. You're cleansing using water, or you are cleansing your home, washing or cleaning. This is definitely a huge time to be cleansing and releasing things and having more compassion and empathy, releasing illusions, and really being able to just, you know, manifest clearly, see things more clearly in life. Releasing drugs and addictions to certain things and really finding the balance so that you can have more joy, more fun, more experiences. Some Pisces are definitely some Pisces could be having a near-death experience, and some Pisces are definitely going to be having spiritual experiences around religion as well as spirituality. Where I've mentioned before, spirituality is where you do your own path to source to God, whereas religion is you follow a path to source to God. So if you are Christian, you're following Jesus' path to God, or the Bible's path to God. Or if you are a Buddhist, you are following Buddha's path to source, or whatever that looks like for you. You could be having conversations about these things, battles about these things, speaking out about your spiritual beliefs, your mentality when it comes to that, and starting to form on boundaries, because some people try to test you on your boundaries. Like, you know, maybe these people that you know in your life, they know that you're spiritual, and they don't respect it, and they're always trying to push their faith onto you, and you have to set a boundary like, hey, I respect your faith, that's just not something I want to do. I want you to respect that if you want to be in my space, type of thing. Could be playing out for others, or others are, you know, challenging you on your faith and that type of thing, and you have to express the things that you believe in, whether you want to, or maybe you are being called to do these type of things. This is a time where like some people could be meeting someone new in their life and forming new, blessed, beautiful relationships that are in alignment with their destiny or the things that they want to manifest during this time. And some people are going to create that when it comes to jobs, and or getting jobs, or creating their own type of entrepreneurship type of things. Whatever is in alignment with your destiny will either be released, or isn't aligned with your destiny will be released, or is aligned with your destiny will show up to you in a miracle form. Overall, Pisces, this new moon in your first house is here to deliver you miracles. So happy new moon, you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining along with my channel. If you're new here, if you've been a A1 since day one, thank you. Much love to you guys. I am gonna be more consistent. You know, I've had new changes with these eclipses within my life that have just been making me like, whoa, I need to sit back and really focus on the things that are pouring into me versus just giving. And I am going to, you know, stay at this. This is something I'm passionate about. It's something I'm meant to do, to share, you know, divination with others, share the relationship between humans and the stars. That's something that I'm here to do. So I will continue to keep doing that, continue to keep sharing information of how, you know, just how connected we are. But I'm definitely going to be doing that on my own time when it's best for me, and, you know, finding the balance within that. So that's what's going on with me. I still offer, you know, readings on my Hipsy. I am also offering, or I enjoy their ominous. I wish I had the bottles upstairs. Oh, I should have grabbed it, but I'll have like a picture or something. I've been taking that for dream recall as well as more clarity, and that stuff helps. That is huge for right now. You should definitely, if you are struggling with those type of things, you should be getting this product. It helps open up your third eye so that you can have more clarity, more of a better connection with your subconscious mind, especially if you've been, you know, doing in this reality that we live in. It's so easy to have a closed third eye, or it being closed most of the time, with just the things that we eat, we intake, that just aren't as natural for our earth. So this product, that I enjoy product, it helps you reconnect and detox so that you can have more clarity. And all other things, if you want to connect with me, are down below, and I appreciate you guys. Until next time, bye. Lost in the skies.